somebody with the right message, the right messenger, the right kind of experience could capitalize on that. I don't know who that is right now. I mean, the other thing, and we're all talking about your focus group is your Northern Virginia neighbors. Mine is my very large Trump-supporting family in Texas. But, you know, and they're all still there with him, but, you know, the degree to which I've heard any misgivings when I go home to Texas is, you know, I kind of thought he was going to run this place like a businessman. There was a basic, you know, assumption of a degree of competence and a degree of efficiency that he would bring to government that, you know, I think they are not seeing in a lot of the sort of more impulsive decisions and the superheated rhetoric that we've seen. So yeah, there may be an opening for that. I don't know.
We did Defending Democracy Together, which is one of the things we're doing, is trying to help lay the groundwork for Republican challenges to Trump and challenges in 2019, 2020. So we did some focus groups before the election in 2018. And they were kind of comical in this way. Okay. So these were reluctant Trump voters, suburban, not Trump.
What?
Loyalists
No.
base, people who came home at the end to
But they
vote for
define
Trump. And still mildly approved of Trump. So in that binary choice, approved, disapproved, they're part of the 85% of the Republicans who approved, but they're also part of the, 35 of the 85 who were a little, not so certain that they necessarily fully approved. And so they kind of like the disruption. They think it was necessary to really shake things up. Trump's a little vulgar and all that for their taste, but, maybe that was necessary to get Washington to change. And so then the moderator of the focus group said, some of you guys are fine with Trump in 2020. It's like, I'm not so sure about that. Some disruption is good, but maybe we need someone who can reach across the aisle. There's a surprising amount of sort of interest in bipartisanship and problem solving among some chunk of Trump voters. I suspect it's a minority, probably a pretty large minority, but a minority. And that's why all the polls show sort of retrospective sort of approval for him so far, and things haven't fallen apart. The economy's good, the government still seems to be functioning despite his screaming and yelling. But nervousness going forward, people really they do want a government. I very much agree with this. They sort of are not idiots. I mean, they kind of know that we kind of need a government that basically functions, and they don't want so much disruption that services don't get delivered, and B, we really do have shutdowns for 35 days every year or something like that. I also wonder on the reform thing more broadly, just for point, maybe there's a little bit less demand for government reform because government works better. The truth is, I'm just trying to think, so how do we encounter government yielding? Of course, Social Security and Medicare are massive. Leave aside poor people for a minute. Most of these are probably capturing low, working class and middle class attitudes. Maybe true poor people too, incidentally. Actually, Social Security is seems to be pretty well automated and, not get the right check at the right place. Medicare is complicated, but it's not worse than private insurance, I'm going to say, in terms of getting your reimbursement and dealing with your physicians and so forth. I'd say the military and other big parts of the government have reformed and I think are generally viewed as working reasonably well. I don't think there's huge dissatisfaction with them. Even sort of your experience with state and local, famous jokes about the DMV and all that, I don't really know. And in Virginia, I got to say, actually, the DMV, getting your your driver's license renewed or getting a new one is actually very easy. And it works just like, pretty much like dealing with the private sector. So some of that kind of, on the conservative side, I think, pure idiocy of the government, which is not based on nothing. Everything is done by paper, and the private sector is now on computers. Everything takes 8 hours at the government office, which would take 8 minutes if you're, dealing with a business. I'm not sure that gap is quite as great, honestly, as it once was. And it may just be that in that kind of anti-government sentiment that the benefits of government are going to the wrong people, to poor people, to people we don't like, to foreigners, on the right and on the left. Incidentally, the Elizabeth Warren Sanders thing, the flip side of that, government is rigged, the thing is rigged for Wall Street capitalists and all that. There could be more hostility and polarization on that. But on the pure kind of old-fashioned public administration, it's just not working very well. I wonder if it actually, I don't know how much sentiment there is on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other thing that I think that is different too is that, we've seen the demonization of law enforcement. And that is, I think, a whole different level of, essentially, going after the white hats of our government.
So, in terms of this kind of general conversation, and we're going to take some questions, we're going to let you go in a second. Do you see any kind of space where a Bernie Sanders or some of the Democrats who are in the expander kind of mood, where they need to temper that with sort of this can be done, or are you seeing any kickback on the campaign trail about the reality
But again, I think it's just a scramble to sort of grab your share of the electorate, which means a lot of very sort of emotional, identity-based politicking going on out there. Where we might begin to see that is when they get on the debate stage next to each other. And also, I do wonder if people like John Hickenlooper are going to have a moment. People who have been, people who are not named Pete Buttigieg, who have been recently in an executive position, have a chance to talk about that. I just don't know if that is going to happen.
Vanessa?
Yeah, I think that it's still, as you say, very early, and I think that it will be interesting to watch. It's a very, very crowded field. There are a lot of people trying to get some attention, a lot of candidates who've received somewhat less attention than they might have expected going into it. So I think it's really too early to sort of make any judgments. And I think the other aspect of it, it's not even entirely clear what policies a lot of the candidates are going to stand for. I mean, when we talk about Sanders, the policies are clear. When we talk about Elizabeth Warren, the policies are clear and have white papers associated with them, right? There are candidates who are clear in their positions, but Edo, I'm not so sure. Even Buttigieg, I'm not totally sure what positions are going to come with the sort of affect of the character that they're sort of portraying in the campaign.
Do you see any shelf life for the For the People Act and these kinds of ethics in government, kinds of reforms, corruption, so forth?
I think this is something that if you, as a sort of follow-up to the previous work I've done on the Tea Party, there are some really great people looking at the Indivisible movement, which is a movement that came out in very much in response to the Trump era and has focused very heavily on the kind of good governance reforms. Very concerned about those issues. So I think that HR 1, and its sort of clear universal support on the Democratic side, I think probably does suggest that it would be a first moving proposition in a Democratic administration for sure.
It's also probably remembering that not all government is federal government, and there's really a lot going on in state legislatures who've seen a lot of political change in power. I spent last week in Colorado, and just a lot of stuff is getting through that has been stymied in past legislative sessions.
In what regard?
Believe it or not, there are now 2 states where one house of the legislature is majority female, Colorado and Nevada. And so a lot of things that you might associate with sort of women's issues that have failed 4 and 5 sessions in a row look like they're going to get through. Paid family leave, all-day kindergarten. But you also see that climate change legislation that is probably going to get through very aggressive in Colorado. All 4 of the co-sponsors are women.
Okay. So, anything that you're picking up on these this would be the Jimmy Carter sort of ethics in government. Government as good as the people, coming after a president. This turmoil over the disruptor Donald Trump. So you had that moment after Watergate where you had this flood of making government more ethical. But there were also a number of promises for freedom and healthcare and so forth. Energy. Do you see anything in your data on these general trends and demand for those kinds of reforms? We got dead mic.
Somehow, there we go. I think, all of these kinds of reforms do get broad support across, not all of them, but most of them get broad support across the political spectrum. So to the extent that they are symbolic things that people can campaign on, there's certainly some value to that. I think that
that, you know, your mention of ethics is, I think we can't have this conversation without sort of acknowledging that, like, views of government are also linked to views of politics. And people have very negative views of politics. And not that people have loved politicians before, but, you know, that's where I think, you know, you ask people about how, you know, whether elected officials in general are ethical, right? You get very low numbers on that. And so I think some of it is happening against a backdrop of sort of skepticism about the actors. And to some extent, you know, that's, people have that sort of cynical view of both Republican and Democratic politicians.
Yes,
so,
and Stephen King.
And you overlay that on there of polarization, and you have this dynamic where you may think that elected officials in general are not as ethical as you'd like them to be, but my guy is better than me. Than the other guy. So that's, you know, all of this discussion about making government better and really needing reform. To some extent, some of that is an expression of dislike about the way our politics works today.
Just to sharpen that point, which I very much agree with, I would even say, more sharply, I mean, the corruption narrative is different from the reform narrative.